We're at the Ridges Sanctuary. This nice little boardwalk hike. Shouldn't say hike, more of a casual stroll. Unfortunately, the main road's just right here, so it's not as peaceful as one would like. Especially when you're trying to observe wildlife, but still it's really pretty right here. Some construction or something going off in the distance over there. This is really nice. It's really a nice boardwalk. Just wish it was a little bit more peaceful. There's an awful lot of construction. It's really loud off in the distance over there. So when you think the word sanctuary, I don't think you really think of that. This is so pretty through here, though. Got a nice floral smell, too. Notice these flags out here. I'm guessing that they must mark it where there's different orchids or something that they're keeping track of. Yeah, a few of these different little sidewalks, I guess, side boardwalks. This must be Jim's spot. Jim's not here right now, so. It's a pretty nice spot. It's always nice to see this when they built a boardwalk around the tree. They didn't hurt or disturb the tree in any way. They put these far enough out to give the tree room to continue to grow. Cool. It's a real nice boardwalk. Really nice. Perfect day for it. It's maybe 74, 75 degrees. Check this out. That's a large rock. It's the lake off in the distance. Bailey's Harbor Lower Range Light. Range lights were built in 1869 by the U.S. Lighthouse Service. The upper range light, located 950 feet inland, has a white light 17 feet higher than the red light and the lower range light. There we go. I didn't realize that the trail kept going this way. See, that's a pretty clover. That's a nice little beach. Nice sandy beach. I think I'm gonna head back where I came and go see the rest of the boardwalk the other way. So I just came back up this way. Head down this little trail called Sandy. I wonder why they gave it that name. Pretty popular place. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Monday, July 7th. Finding a lot of these are so pretty. Just love that fiery color. Beautiful. pretty purple ones too. Oh, this one here is so much more red than the other ones. Just gorgeous. You can see these ones right here. More like a light orange. A pumpkin orange kind of. Let's see, Mount Maple this way. And Sandy continues on this way. So let's just go down this way a little bit. Well, the water's up pretty high. There's a really unique sweet smell in the air. I don't know quite what it is, but it's very subtle. It smells really nice. Let's see. So we'll take the wintergreen here. Maybe it'll meet back up with the sandy that way. We'll see. Watch out for these tree roots on this little section. I thought I'd sit here for a second and maybe enjoy this view, but I'm starting to get attacked by the mosquitoes. Still pretty wet along this section over here too, though. Don't really need a boardwalk, not yet at least. I like how there's a nice variety of trails out here. There's quite a few cars when I already got here, parked at the nature center. And I actually had to park in the street. So I wish there was more parking, but it was a really pretty butterfly. Not sure how much further down this trail I'm gonna go. We'll see. But the mosquitoes are getting kind of bad this way. The trail's looking a little overgrown, and just wearing my shorts here, and I didn't bring any bug spray. All right, it looks like we have another little side trail here. It's called the Fur Trail, or you can head back that way if you'd like, or continue that way further along the wintergreen trail. So, well, heck, we're just gonna go this way and see where it heads to. Alright, so I've only been walking a short way. And it looks like you can, there again, you can head back that way. Trail looks pretty narrow. Or we can continue on the fur trail this way. Or continue down the deer lick. Wow, there's really too many choices here, so I'm gonna stay on the fur trail for the time being. Let's see how far this goes. A lot of the views are all pretty similar. See, it looks like that was the end of the fur trail. And now we have the Labrador, which is probably the edge trail. So let's take this one. Let's see how far this one goes. Oh, looks like the fur trail goes back this way. Got a biting fly giving me a hard time. Let's see. I probably should have gotten a map of the park. Well, I'm gonna keep heading this way. See if I can't make my way to the edge of the park and make my way back, so that way I know I've explored everything. A bunch of cattails over there. There's not really any people over on this side. Most people over in the main section there with all the boardwalk, so it's nice to get away from all the people. Some are quiet over here too. solitude swale. That sounds like my kind of place. Some of these boardwalks over here on the edge of the park aren't nearly as nice as the main boardwalks when you first walk into the park. Oh. I take that back. Looks like they just fixed this up. Yes. I think we have found the most quiet section of the park. Most secluded spot. Very nice. Alright. I'm not sure what trail I'm on again, if this was the Labrador. The winter wren. Looks like we have a little observation spot here. Or that way. Back on the pine trail. We'll just keep going this way. Alright, I'm not sure if this was the observation deck they were talking about. Don't see any fish, just been hearing a bunch of frogs. Haven't seen any turtles yet, but they're pretty good about hearing you before you see them. Yeah, another nice viewing spot though. Water's pretty clear. Get back on the winter wren trail. I mean, really, all these trails are pretty much probably the same. Around here. Just kind of zigzagging my way around through the park here. I'm just enjoying this beautiful day though. Alright, I think we made it to the edge here. We're gonna take this way, the cedar trail. And the bugs are out with a vengeance today. I'm doing my best to hold the camera steady and not swat at the bugs trying to dive bomb me from everywhere. back on the Labrador, I guess. Yeah, these trails are just a little narrow over here, so there's that. Other than that, it's pretty nice trails out through here. Definitely worth exploring. Just wear your bug spray. Been walking for a few minutes along the Labrador Trail here, and it looks like the Cedar Trail goes back this way. I'm guessing the Cedar Trail's a connector trail that runs this way. So I'm trying to get back to that sandy trail. And then I'll feel pretty good about exploring this area of the park. Mosquitoes are just brutal through here, though. My goodness. Smorgasbord for all these dragonflies and frogs out here. Lots of bugs for them to feast on. Do you know that dragonflies have the highest kill ratio of any predator? Nearly 99%. Alright. This is the Deer Lick Trail, so I guess we gotta make our way this way now. I just got back to this intersection here, so I think I'm gonna go back this way down the fur trail and see if we can't meet up with the sandy trail again. So I'm still kind of curious as to where that trail went to. Alright, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna go this way down the wintergreen and see if maybe I can't meet up with the sandy trail over there. We'll see. Shouldn't be too far if it does, because, well, it's not a very big park, and most of these little sections in between each of the other trails are just a very short walk, so it's a pretty fun place to explore. Some spots the bugs are ridiculous, other spots the bugs aren't too bad, so I'm guessing the wintergreen just continues a little further that way, but here again the Cedar Trail is going this way, so I'm trying to get back to the sandy trail, and the sandy trail goes this way, and the Cedar Trail runs perpendicular to it. Ooh, really muddy there. Unfortunately, I couldn't do as much hiking as I wanted to yesterday because everything was still muddy from the day before. Yeah, water's pretty high. It's not very cold. Not very cold at all. Alrighty, well here we are. We made it back to the sandy trail. I figured we'd meet up with it sooner or later. It looks like Oh yeah, this trail's closed. I can see why. Yeah, we don't want to go that way. That boardwalk's in pretty rough shape. I don't want to fall in the drink this morning, so. Alright. Let's get back on the sandy trail here. Only a little bit more to see at this park, and I'll call it quits. A huge patch of these mushrooms growing around here. Haven't seen too many mushrooms yet, but they're all growing right there. So this section of the park, all back in here, is all pretty nice. It's pretty quiet compared to everything else. When we get back getting closer to the nature center and closer to the main road, you know, it gets quite a bit louder, a lot more people too. I didn't see anybody back here in this section of the park. Everybody's up here this way, and then down at the beach, obviously, because it's such a beautiful day today. So depending on what you're looking to see, I kind of like the boardwalk, so there wasn't a whole lot of people. I mean, there's only so much parking here anyway, so kind of limits the number of people that can enjoy this place at one time. Alright, here we are back at this intersection. That way it takes you back to the nature center. Let me go check this out real quick. Yeah, looks this is where the wintergreen trail starts at, just like the sandy trail, which is just right down there, so you can see it's not very far in between each trail, really, with those connector trails. Yeah, looks like there's a couple more of them here. Maybe a Labrador and deer lick. I think where the... Yeah, here's deer lick. Looks like spruce was the last trail you could take. Let's check this out. This looks so pretty. awesome stove. That's better than the stove I got in my house. Professional lenses. It's just an LED light now. Quaint up here. Cool. It looks like there's a little trolley or a tour service right there. Finally came across a turtle here. Just enjoying the sun. I got to see some of this today. The pitcher plant. Well, this is really cool. Shows you all the flowers and the times you can see them. I think these are the ones this hawkweed. That was pretty neat. Didn't see any of the paintbrush. Different birds you can see. Saw some of the iris today. Didn't see any of the columbine today. Saw some yesterday.